because what they were showing me was that they were young 20, 21, 22, 23-year-olds, and they're talking about, I'm making $50,000 a month. I didn't believe that. But I saw it, and I saw that multiple people were doing it, and they weren't even just doing that, they were doing a lot more than that. There was people making $50,000 a month, people making $100,000 a month, people making more than that, and they were all young. I'm talking about they're all under the age of 25, and if no one showed me that, I would not have believed it. Like, I don't think if my mind was open to seeing those things, I would not have believed it, because you don't know unless you see other people doing it. So I was 18 years old, seeing people making all this money, and I wanted in. So what they showed me was that it was possible to do what they do at a young age. And the first step is seeing it. You don't have to believe it, but somebody has to plant that seed in your mind, which is what I want to do today for you guys. So somebody planted that seed in my mind that what they're doing is not only possible, but if you put in the work, then you can do it too. So 6 months later, from me going in the offices of those people that have created this business, this real estate wholesale business, I got my first deal. And for me, coming from living here in Nashville, my mom was the only person raising me and my 3 sisters. We didn't really have a lot of money. I knew that as soon as I could find something that I would have a passion about, I would take it and run with it. So 6 months after me learning about how to wholesale real estate, I got my first deal, and I think I made like $8,000 on that deal. That's a lot of money. That was a lot of money. It still is a lot of money to me today. So fast forward about a year later, I'm doing several real estate wholesale deals. I was still 18 years old. I bought my first house that I was going to buy as a flip, which was the summer after my freshman year of college. And then I made $30,000 on that house. So it went from making $8,000 on my first deal, I made $30,000 on the first house I flipped, and then it just sort of snowballed from there. So I was still juggling school and building a business. I was 18, 19 years old, and I was working probably 90 to 100 hours a week, every single week, between school, which I had to keep a certain GPA for. So I had to keep at least a B+ average to still stay at Auburn and have a free ride. And I was juggling trying to scale my business. So I know there's always the conventional routes that people take whenever they go with education, which is usually you go to school, you go to college, you get your degree, and then you graduate and you go do something. You might work for somebody, you might start your own business. That's the formal way and the safe way for most people to reach some level of success. For me, it was a little bit unconventional because I was given a full ride to college, and then my real estate business started taking off. And I realized that I had to dedicate my time to either going to school or trying to scale my business. Most people would say I was crazy for choosing the option I did, which was dropping out of school and continuing to grow my business. I'm not saying go drop out of school, but I am saying that I had a conviction, I had a passion for what I was doing that was so great that I decided I had to go all in and chase whatever I was doing. And I did have some success at that time that proved to me that I knew what I was doing. So I'm not saying drop out of school just because I did it, but I am saying that success may come to you in an unconventional manner. And for me, I felt like the chances that I had or the opportunities I was being given at the time that I was spending was better spent elsewhere. I could always go back to school. I would not always have this opportunity that I was given. What I've done since then is I have flipped over 50 houses, I've wholesaled over 300 houses, and I've built over 30 houses, and I've got over 30 houses under construction right now as we speak. So that's something that happened really quick.